Russia may be preparing provocations against its civilian population on 9 May. Ukrainian Intelligence.
Here's a summary of the article.
RIIYUSOV. Photo by UKRINFORM. The Defense Intelligence of Ukraine has warned that Russia may be preparing provocations for Victory Day. Representative of the Defense Intelligence of Ukraine, on air during the 24/7 National Joint Newscast, reported by the press service of the Defense Intelligence. Quote, on 9 May, Russia may be preparing provocations. Since 2014, the occupiers have been using this kind of provocation, and it is possible that we will encounter it now. In this situation, provocations may be directed by the Russian special services against the Russian civilian population and timed to specific dates, for example, 9 May. Details. At the same time, Yusov has suggested that the Russians could also direct provocations against Belarus. Such a false flag operation by Russians could be aimed at drawing the Belarusian army into the war against Ukraine. No one in Ukraine or the rest of the world will believe in such performances anymore. However, this does not mean that there will be no provocations, Yusov stressed.
This post received a score of 7,900, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
So, exactly how Putin got support for the Second Chechen War?
Prepare Sims 4 add-on copies.
Look, I know Russia is a nation-state and all, but I am not even sure that they can afford a full copy of The Sims 4.
Remember the days when people thought Russia was some powerful nation that could afford basic rations, fuel, clothing and ammunition for its troops.
Greater than remember the days when people thought Russia was some powerful nation that could afford basic rations, fuel, clothing and ammunition for its troops. Turns out everything had been looted and it was a Potemkin village.
Greater than. It was a Potemkin village. The village in Potemkin Ruby was always my favorite.
I feel sorry for Potemkin. His project demonstration of how prosper and wonderful could Tavrida settlers live. Get the negative connotation.
Vladimir is going to blow up apartment buildings again.
Didn't you get the memo? It was sugar in those sacks.
I like how they waited until the KGB agents were arrested for planting them before saying they were just dummies full of sugar. The whole article is such a wild ride, with a whole bunch of people who were involved either being assassinated or dying of mysterious circumstances.
Yeah, I had always heard it was widely suspected to be a false flag, but it wasn't until researching I realized just how obvious it was. They caught one of the bombings red-handed and just pretended like they weren't about to kill another 100 people.
What is this? False flag #1329?
Wonder how many false flags they set up that didn't work because they forgot to arm the explosives.
And I wonder how many of the rest failed because their Soviet-era equipment flat-out didn't work.
Little Putin hiding in his bunker for the parade. Seems like a perfect scenario to terror bomb their own people before it gets started. Cancel parade so Rus? And citizens don't notice there is no equipment or soldiers for said parade?
If he really wanted to win the war, he would plan his own publicly extravagant assassination. That would really get the Russians going. Just a thought.
Then he couldn't stand in front of the masses via Zoom and let them all hail tiny Putin.
Body double, pre-recorded Zoom call. Boom, everyone happy. What would happen if Belarus turned against Russia?
It wouldn't happen overnight. A more probable, but still unlikely, scenario is there would be a popular coup in Belarus and the Russians would intervene. Lukashenko is almost entirely dependent on Russian money and propaganda and has no reason to bite the hand that feeds. His soft criticisms of Russia are purely to save face and maintain a veneer of impartiality, not because he ideologically disagrees with Putin.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.